everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maggie and I am back in action. I thought I would do a get ready with me to chat with you guys. I ended up taking a little bit of a break in May, kind of planned, kind of not planned. I was going to slow down my video schedule and then I just didn't post for a while. So I'm back, everything is fine. But yeah, I thought I'd do a get ready with me. I'm going to be using my Project Pan makeup as well as my new palettes that I'm rotating in for the next couple of months. So yeah, we'll be using some fun items. Also, I got new glasses. So that's like one thing. But yeah, I hope you are all doing well. I'm just going to take off my earrings while I do my makeup here. And I've got my iced coffee. Yeah, it is definitely summer here. It's gorgeous, but it gets really warm really early. So I've been wanting to go for walks on our trail because we have a bike trail like a block from my house that I can, get on and walk, and it's paved and really nice. But I have to get up earlier to go before it gets just, unbearably hot during the day. So I've been getting up earlier, which means that I've been having like a second coffee during the day. I'm not mad at it, just a little different than what I normally did before. Fenty primer, loved it. So I was in Chicago at the end of April and I went to Sephora and I just went for it. I definitely overspent. I wasn't planning to spend that money, but one thing I did get was the full size of the primer. I had the mini travel size before to try it and I really like it. So I did get the full size and I have a few other kind of new products maybe that you'll see here. So yeah, that's an awesome primer. I used to use the Too Faced Peachy Matte Primer, but it's discontinued. So it's nice to at least find something that works. So yeah, I was in Chicago at the end of April. We did a couple of extra days just for fun. My boyfriend and I, he was there for work, but we flew in early just to have a little bit of time together. We did some shopping and just walked around and it was so much fun. I got to see an old friend of mine that lives there now. So yeah, it was nice. It was a fast trip and I ended it sick. I got pretty bad food poisoning. So that's no fun. But then we flew home. We were home for, I don't know, we flew home on a Monday. So we were home for 2 days, 2.5 days. I got my hair cut in that time. So it's hard to tell because it needs to be washed. But I did get my hair cut. I got some highlights put in it, which I'm really happy with. It is nice to just have a little bit of brightness for the spring and summer, and now, the sun will kind of naturally lighten it as well, as I have it, in braids and ponytails and whatever when I'm out in the sun. So yeah, I got my hair done, and then we packed up the house and we went down to Minneapolis for basically the month of May. My boyfriend had crazy travel going on, and he was going to a lot of small kind of cities with smaller regional airports. So to go from our regional airport through Minneapolis, and then, that brings you everywhere, to the other small regional airports, the flight schedules were horrible. And he would have ended up spending more times in hotels in Minneapolis, for the night before he could fly home, to be home for 10 hours and then fly back. We just decided we'd go down to Minneapolis for the month. I have a townhouse in Minneapolis, so it's nice because we always have somewhere to stay. My family also uses it. It's kind of become this communal place, which is really nice. I'm glad we were able to all benefit from it. I've got my Norvita and my Soft Glam palettes out here. I don't know what kind of eye look I want to do today. Maybe just something easy. So yeah, we stayed there. We had a lot of fun. There was a Kentucky Derby party that we went to. So we got all dressed up and we had I got a hat. It was kind of like a magenta where it's purple, but then it kind of shifts to a blue. So I had a hat and it matched a purse I had, and I got shoes, and I just wore a white sweater dress, which I really liked. And I'm glad I wore a long sleeve because that day the party was kind of indoor and outdoor, so people were coming and going from the deck, and it was chilly. So I'm glad I wore a long sleeve, and just having kind of a plain sweater dress is nice as kind of a staple for my wardrobe. So anyway, all that to say, we went to the Derby party. It was a blast. We had a good time. We, just kind of hung out and, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was just nice to relax. That's kind of one of the ways we relax, is to go to different restaurants and different events and things like that we don't have here at home at the lake. I live in northern Minnesota. This used to be our cabin, and then we made it our full-time residence. So, it's just a little bit more limited, and it was nice to have a change of scenery and a change of pace and flavors and all that good stuff. So yeah, we did the Derby, and then he traveled for the week and came back, and we went out to different, that's the other thing. We don't have Uber where I live. So we were able to Uber and go bar hopping in different areas on the weekend. And we just never get to do that stuff. So it was really fun to have that, I guess, back in our lives for a little bit. But it got expensive. I forgot, I don't know, the cost of a drink at home versus in the city and those types of things. So I am kind of happy to be home and reel my spending back in, but it's okay. It was all good. So yeah, while he was in and out of town, I went to the eye doctor. I got these cute new frames, and then I also got another pair of what I had before with the tortoise shell. And then Miko, my cat, went to the vet. So yeah, we packed up Miko. He came down to the Twin Cities with us, and that was, nice and fun and all that good stuff. But he doesn't really love the car, and it's, a 3.5-hour drive. So once we got on the highway, he was fine. And I don't think he slept, but he just kind of settled in. Whereas when we start going, or when we get close to being there, and there's a lot of stoplights and stop signs and kind of start and go, that's where he starts meowing a lot and gets restless, because I think he thinks we're almost done. And sometimes we're just slowing down for some town and then going back on the highway. So yeah, he did all right. We went to the vet. Nico is 11 now, so kind of crazy, but he is doing well. He's healthy, and we need to maybe get his teeth cleaned. But past that, no health concerns, which I'm really grateful for. And yeah, he did great. We were able to go outside. He is able to go outside, but supervised outside, if that makes sense. So he has a harness and then a lead, and then a stake that goes into the ground. So he's got kind of a whole perimeter he can go, but a radius he can go, but not very far. It's still limited. So we spent a lot of time outside, and it was beautiful weather, kind of more mild and a slight breeze. And so we got spoiled and wants to go out every morning now, which I'm okay with. But some mornings I've been way too hot, and he'll go outside and realize it. But in the moment, I'm trying to tell him, Cat, it's way too hot to be going outside right now. All right, so that's what I'm going to do for my eyes today. Just kind of a basic colored crease and light gold on the lid with a little bit of liner. Good enough for me. So yeah, lots of good times. I also got to go to Trader Joe's a couple of times, which again, all of these things, when I used to live in Minneapolis full time, I took for granted or didn't think that they were that special. But now that I live in a place where I don't have those things, it is exciting. And, I want to experience all the fun things I feel like I've been missing out on. So for foundation today, I'm going to mix these two. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrops. This is shade 1. So this is my winter shade. And then this is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator in the shade Fair. So I'm going to mix these together. I am starting to get a little bit of color, but not ready to switch over to my summer colors. I did get another Eavesdrops when I was in Chicago of a darker shade. I'm just going to mix these together, and it's been working because this one oxidizes a little bit. So it does end up, matching pretty well once it gets set down onto the skin. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been. I brought my camera with me, but I forgot the charger, So rookie mistake. And I like probably could have filmed on my phone, but I just kind of got busy and didn't. So apologies, but it was nice to have a little bit of a break. And, you know, I posted one video from when I was in the city because I filmed it pretty much right when we got down there, that eyeshadow video of the update and my new palettes and all of that. But yeah, then time just kind of got away from me. But it was also nice to see friends and not just like for one dinner, but be able to make a couple of things happen and get-togethers and whatnot. So I got coffee with one of my coworkers that actually lives in the Twin Cities. We got coffee a couple of times, and a couple of my other friends, you know, I got dinner with them, or we went for a walk after work type thing. And it was really, really nice. So yeah, that was my big adventure. I also, the dishwasher that's in that townhouse hasn't been draining, so I had someone like come fix that, and that was a whole thing. I don't know. I feel like I know a decent amount of things about like my home and home ownership, and like I could fix a few things, but when it gets to things like appliances, I'm out. I just can't keep up. And I don't really mind hand washing dishes or anything like that. It was more so the water that was in the dishwasher wasn't draining, and it just smelt bad, if that makes sense. So yeah, it wasn't like a crisis thing, but it wasn't fun either. Okay, I'm just gonna bring this mirror closer to make sure everything is like really blended. With my prescription for my glasses, I can't see far. So I have my mirror up there. I'm like, oh, I think it looks all right, but until I get closer, I don't know for sure. All right, that's gonna be good enough for me today. Again, not that big of a deal. So yeah, that's kind of the update of where I've been. As far as now we're home, we don't have immediate travel plans. We have a wedding to go to in August, but June and July should be home. We're getting the boat in, and we're just ready to enjoy the beautiful weather because we have 6 months of winter. So the fact that it's warm and nice out, I am all about it. So yeah, once it cools down a little bit in the evening, I try to get back outside. We have a small deck kind of patio thing where we have a couple of outdoor chairs, and we can, you know, sit out there. We've got a table and whatnot, so we can eat dinner out there, or we can just sit out there and relax. And so my boyfriend and I have been doing that, where we go out and bring the Bluetooth speaker and just listen to like a podcast or something and just soak it all on in. But I am getting a lot of mosquito bites. They love me. I don't know why, but I am a magnet. So I've got my citronella candle, and I've got the bug spray and all that stuff going on. I've got my little station once I get outside to spray down and whatnot, so it's not like totally in your face. But yeah, I am starting to get bit. All powdered. That looks good. So for my makeup here, I mean, it's still kind of status quo, like nothing too crazy. But in the summer, I definitely wear lighter makeup. Like I won't wear full foundation like this as often. I really have enjoyed my powder foundations because they just feel lighter on the skin. But, you know, I still like my bronzer, want to look a little more tan, or just have a little bit of shape back into my face. Sometimes that's the biggest thing. Just the foundation and powder can make me look really like flat. So yeah, just kind of the same old, same old. I have to do my consumption video here soon. I bought a lot of things. When I was in the Twin Cities, I went to Target a couple of times, and I got some new clothes. And again, it's like so silly, but the little things of like being able to go into the fitting room and like try on the jeans or the shorts or t-shirt or whatever it was, instead of ordering it, trying it on at home, shipping it back, which I like that option and I'm grateful for that option, but it was nice to just try it on and make any sort of adjustments right there on the moment. So I got some new clothes. My boyfriend got some new clothes. we should be all set for summer. We stocked up on all of the things because where I live, we don't have a lot of generic brands or like, store brand versions of things that are usually a little bit cheaper. So I got a lot of those things like allergy pills, and because I have really bad seasonal allergies. Can you hear that? I don't know what that was. That was weird. So yeah, kind of like the over-the-counter med stuff, and we're all stocked on bug spray and sunscreen and those items. So feeling like we should have what we need and chill on the spending for the summer, hopefully. But yeah, that is kind of the update. Work has been busy. We are gearing up and kind of in preparations. We are adding, I work for a software company, but we're adding another product this year. So we're all, excited about that, but there's a lot of work that goes into it, and, learning the tool, all the ins and outs, and building the documentation. And I work kind of more on the client training side of things and client retention, customer success. So, there's a lot of things that I am anxiously awaiting for to learn about the platform, and I just have to wait my turn. But yeah, that's kind of exciting, and I guess it's kind of fun to have something new instead of the same old, same old. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I have times where I'm really stressed out about it because I don't have the answers to my questions. It's not fully built yet. I haven't seen this new product, so I'm just imagining things of like what it could look like, but I don't know because it's still in the early stages, but it'll come together, and I have to just remind myself what'll be will be, and you can only do so much today, so don't let this totally cripple you, but it is easier said than done for sure. So yeah, that is the work update. Otherwise, at home, things are good, ready for summer. We are kind of switching over. When we left, it was definitely spring, and I was wearing like a lot of long sleeves and stuff. So we're switching over our closets to have our summer clothes, shorts, t-shirts, things of that nature, more front and center, and then our winter stuff kind of put back. So that is my big project. I've been doing a lot of laundry, and kind of like packing things away, and my house is a bit of a mess right now because of all of that, but it always works out in the end. But I kind of feel like I'm buried in this mountain of stuff right now because I'm trying to figure out where everything needs to go. Okay, so for lips, I'm just gonna pop my glasses back on here. Okay, so for lips, I am going to use my Project Pan lipstick. This is the covered, Honeyed Bloom from CoverGirl. And yeah, this one, it's a little too pink for me today. Some days I'm about it, but I kind of did like more peachy vibe. So I have a second lipstick here that's a little bit more muted and a little bit more peachy. I'm gonna put on top. Good enough for me, because honestly, it's gonna wear off anyway. So yeah, that's gonna be my makeup for today. That's the update. I hope you guys are doing well. I did miss you. I am excited to be back. I think I'm gonna do a couple of vlogs this summer, if that's something you're interested in. I don't know, in the summer, I always kind of get nostalgic for Vlogmas, so maybe I'll do a couple of vlogs this summer. Last summer, I did a vlog around the 4th of July, and what you didn't see is the day after the 4th of July on the 5th, I tested positive for COVID. So hopefully no health things like that happen this summer. But yeah, I'm thinking about maybe doing a couple of vlogs. Not that, I have anything exciting coming up, but just day to day, maybe we can hang out and chat. So that is it for me today. I will see you in other videos that I'm filming and posting. I'm getting back on track. Thank you for hanging in there with me. And let me know what's been new with you in the comment section below. I'd love to catch up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.